Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Gulfstream Park here on Saturday. It is the 31st of January 2026. Gonna look at stakes action on the program from Gulfstream, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on X at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Join me next week. There's so many rescheduled races next week where it's going to be actually a good week of racing, so just join me for all those rescheduled races. Here in New York City right now, it's about 7 degrees. This morning, when I walked down Fifth Avenue going to work, it was about 5 degrees. So it's a very cold weekend here in New York City. Down in Florida, it's actually a little bit colder than usual for this time of year, but still rather be down there in 50, 40-degree weather than here in single digits or negative digits that what it's going to be in the morning. But we have Road to the Kentucky Derby races with the Holy Bull today. Good card. Let's get to the action. The stakes action races 5, 8, 10, 11, and 12. So let's get to it right now. The fifth race from Gulfstream on the turf course. It's the Kitten's Joy Stakes. It's going for a purse of $175,000. Race for 3-year-olds here. We have a field of 8 horses going 1,700 meters or a mile and 1/16th on the Gulfstream Park turf course. Kitten's Joy in 2004. He won his first race of the season by winning the Tropical Park Derby at Calder. Came back to win a couple weeks later here at Gulfstream in the Palm Beach Stakes over the mile and the eighth, and went on to win, have a great 2004 campaign. It's good that they have a race named after him here because, he put some on some shows here and became a great sire. But my top selection, I'm going to go with the 6 horse Turf Star. Enjoy was his turf star. Gonna go 6-2-4-5 in the superfecta. 6-2-4-5 super. Top selection 6 horse turf star. 3 colt by Caravaggio. Grand Motion trains. Tyler Gaffleone gets to mount. They ran the horse most recently on the 31st of October at Del Mar. A mile in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, and he finished 6 by 5 3/4 lengths that day. He was wide that day. He had a very, wide post, which probably, was a detriment to his, chances of victory that day, and he just never got comfortable. I think refreshing to this turf course with the rails, still towards the inside, you have a lot of running room on this turf course this week, not opposed to last week where you had a very, narrow lanes. Here you're gonna have a lot of lanes to run with, and I think he could, find a trip to win and not be so bunched up. He ran terrifically too back in the Bourbon at Keeneland over the mile 16th. He finished second by 1/4 lengths that day. He stalked. He had a great turn of foot. Final score just jumped on him late, but this horse he ran his heart out that day. And then the main specialway Kentucky Downs over the mile, winning by a half length from a very wide trip. He had to be used a lot that day. Frankie had to really go to town on him, but he finally got the job done. A very good run. He wanted to route. They tried him first start sprinting at Saratoga, going 5.5 in the middle. And he didn't run half bad. He finished second by 3 1/4 lengths that day. And he clipped heels early on in the race, but he was really gaining late. But off of that one run, he wanted a longer trip. He proved that he wanted it after his next start out with the victor at Kentucky Downs going mile. And ran terrifically after that in the Bourbon. Refreshing here at Cranningwell Palm Meadows. I'm going to give him a shot to win on the ticket. I think the 2 horse Albiland for Johnny and Mark Hasecoin also was a winner here on New Year's Day in the Diana Beach. Won by 1.5 lengths that day from a stalking trip. He was a little bit wide, but came home clear. Martown, optional 75 with a mile locally. Winning by a neck. It was, again, very wide, but he flew home clear late. A very, very good run. His races on turf have been very, very good. His races before that on dirt were very not so good. Since coming to the green stuff, he's really been improving. He's training well, Palm Meadows. Let's give him a shot here on the ticket. But to recount my selection for the fifth from Gulfstream, it's Kitten's Joy. Going to take the 6 horse Turf Star. Give kudos to the 2 horse Alpiland. 6-2-4-5 Super. 6-2 in the multi race to the eighth. The eighth race from Gulfstream, it is the Swale Stakes. It's going for a $175,000 purse, race for 3-year-olds here. 6 horses are going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the main track. Going to take the number 5 horse here. This this is set. This is set. Pardon me, I can't speak. I'm gonna go 5-1-6-3 in the superfecta. 5-1-3-6. 5-1-6-3 super. 5-1-6-3 super. Top selection 5 horse. This is set. The 5 horse is 3 colt by Matoli. Patrick B. and Cohen trains. Junior Alvarado gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 4th of October. Keeneland, mile 16th in the Grade 1 Breeders' Futurity. And he finished 4th by 11 1/4 lengths that day. He had the check going into the far turn and or into the clubhouse turn. He moved a little bit late, but it wasn't anything spectacular. I do think he's going to benefit cutting back in trip. He's cutting back in trip today. He should be hopefully a little further pace, but probably not on the pace I just think that's gonna really set up for him today than it would have, last time out going mile 16. I think back to the home beats also should suit him well. I thought he ran terrifically in the Proudman Stakes here over the slop, 6 furlongs, 9th of August. Winning by a length that day. He had pace to close up into. When the jockey said go at the top lane, he went home clear. That was a very good run there in his sophomore effort off a 3-week turnaround. He ran 3 weeks prior on the 20th of July Gold from 5 furlongs in the main special weight for state breds. Went by half a length. Again, had pace to close up into. He's a little bit wide, but he flew home clear. He had some fast and slow workouts at Palm Meadows. Quick one from the gate, two back and 48 and two. Seventh best workout, 68. Refreshing here. I'm back to the 7 furlong trip, which I think he's been crying out for. I think this is a good return to the races. I think the one horse class president for Todd and Johnny can win also. He went on debut right after Christmas, going the 1 turn mile quite impressively by 3 1/4 lengths that day. He was a little bit wide late in the race that day, but he flew home clear. Very good race. He's training well at the Pletcher winter base at Palm Beach quite nicely. Coming here today, I'll give him a shot on the ticket. But to recount my select for the 8th from Gulfstream, it is the Swale. I'm going to take the 5 horse just a set. Give kudos to the 1 horse class president. 5163 Super, 5-1 in the multi race. Let's head over to race number 10. 10th race from Gulfstream. It is the Forward Gal Stakes. It's a grade 3 event going for a $175,000 purse race for 3-year-old fillies. 8 horses are contesting 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the main track. Gonna take the number 8 horse here, Imperatrice. I'm gonna go 8631 in the superfecta. 8631 super. Top selection of 1 horse, Imperatrice. Can't speak today. Like I said, the 3-year-old filly by City of Light can't speak on a normal day. Tom Pletcher trains. John Velasquez gets the mount. They ran the horse most recently, 13th of December here at Gulfstream. 1 turn mile in the main special weight, 40 grand. And the horse won by 1/4 lengths that day. And he was on the front end that day. It looked like he was going to go down mid race, but he fought back. He stayed the trip well. Refreshing to stakes quality horses in his third outing, cutting back in trip. I think he could find a trip to win. I think from the outside he could find that good race from here today. He ran two back on 26th of October at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs in the main special weight. Finished second by 4 lengths that day. He was quarter horse from the rail to get good position that day, which I think took a little bit out of him late. He just didn't have that final run late. He weakened out of it. I just think he needed the race for the experience. I do think he was a little bit comfortable with the next race. I think an outside poster should really suit him well. Training well Palm Beach. I'm going to give him a shot on the ticket. I think the 6 horse here on Time Girl for Irad and Brad Cox going also. He was a winner quite impressively in the Ferns Creek at at Churchill with the 6.5 back in November. Went by 3.5 lengths that day from a tracking trip. He flew home clear. Very good run. He ran the Myrtlewood prior to that over the 6th at Keelan, where he finished second by a length. And he was just, got overtaken late. He just got beat by a better horse on the day. But he won a very nice lounge race in early September at Keelan at Churchill, going away by 4 lengths. Going on. He's trained well pace and refreshing here at 9-5. Starting off the campaign. Watch out for her today. She looks like she could be a very interesting horse in this division as the season goes on. But to recount my selection for the 10th from Gulfstream, it's the Forward Gal. Going to take the 8 horse Imperatrice. Give kudos to the 6 horse On Time Girl. 8631 Super. 86 in the multi race. The 11th race from Gulfstream. It is a Sweetest Chant Stakes presented by the Daily Racing Form. It's going for a $175,000 purse race for 3-year-old fillies. 11 horses are going 1,700 meters or mile 16th on the main track. I'm going to go with the number 8 horse here, Sister Troene. I'm going to go 8-10-6-2 in the superfecta. 8-10-6-2 super. Top selection 8 horse, Sister Troene. This 3 over by Munnings. Brian Lynch trends one. Mario Gutierrez gets the mount. They ran the horse most recently on the 3rd January Gulfstream, a mile in the Ginger Brew Stakes, and the horse won by 1/3 lengths that day. He was a little bit wide that day, but he stalked all the way around the race course. When Mario said go, came home clear, 30 cents to the dollar. Very good race. Refreshing back against this division for the 3rd time this season. I think this horse has done everything right, and I think this horse could, improve off those runs. Ran on Thanksgiving weekend at Gulfstream, mile 70 off turf from the Tapeta and the wait a while. Went in by 3 lengths that day. He had a bit of a bumpy beginning and was very wide, but he ran it out to the wire, went in by 3 lengths. That was a very good run. And then prior to that, at Keelan, mile 16th in the lounge race for 120,000. Went in by 3 3/4 lengths. Again, a dream tracking trip. When he said go, he really ran home go good clear. Super English right there. But, it was a very good run. Since coming to the green stuff, he's really been, a completely different horse. He's undefeated on it. The only subpar race was on the dirt where he didn't run half-handedly. But, his turf numbers has just been out of the park. He's training well at Palm Meadows, very, good workouts, and, and they're getting better with every single, race. 2-1, I'm gonna give him a shot on the ticket. If there's a small upsetter, it could be the two-horse Aggressive Lime for Irad and Brad. He was a winner on debut at Kentucky Downs going a mile in the main specialway, winning by 4 lengths on the front end. That was a very good, clear victory. Came back to run the Jasmine after that, where the horse stunk up the place, but 6 by 2 lengths, steady going around the around the clubhouse turn. Got a little bumpiness in the lane, and he just wasn't comfortable. Came back to run in November at Churchill, the mile 16th in the Lowndes race, where he won by 1.5 lengths. He got redemption, a bit of a wide trip, but he flew him clear. He's coming here time between races. Gonna have to overcome a wide poster, but at 9-2, let's give her a shot. But Mr. Trewayne looks very nice on paper in this one. But to recap my selection for the 11th from Gulfstream, it's the Sweetest Chant. Gonna take the 8 horse Sister Trewayne. Give kudos to the 11 horse aggressive to the 10 horse aggressive lime. There we go. 8-10, 6-2 super, 8-10 in the multi race. The feature 12th race now from Gulfstream. It is the Holy Bull Stakes. It's a grade 3 event going for a $275,000 purse. Races for 3-year-olds here. 9 horses are entered, but the 6 horse Butane is a scratch. Will be down to a field of 8 horses going 1,700 meters or mile 16th on the main track. I'm going to go with the number 1 horse, Incredibolt as a top selection. Going to go 1875 in the superfecta. 1875 super. Top selection, the 1 horse Incredibolt. This 3-year-old pulled by Bolt de Oro. Riley Mont trains. Jamie Torres gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came in the street since at Churchill, mile 16, 26th of October, and the horse went by 1 3/4 lengths that day. He had a very wide trip, but he sat back early. Jamie Torres had a long extended run on this horse. When this horse flew home clear, he got the job done. A very good performance. He's coming here with time between races. Mile 16th here at Goldstream tends to be more towards front running horses. He's going to have to start the run early, the final run early, but if he does, I think that puts him right at the chance of winning late. He ran at Churchill over the 1 turn mile in the main special in late September. Went about 2 lengths that day, staying a little bit closer. He flew him clear in the lane. That was a very good run there. On debut, he ran sprinting at Ellis, going 3/4 in the main specialway, where he finished fourth by 8 lengths. He gained some ground late from a very wide trip, but I still think he needed something. But he's definitely improved with every single race. Coming back around 2 turns, I would like to see this horse a little bit aggressive early on. That said, as far back as he did last time out of Churchill. If he gets a little closer today, I think he can get the job done. 9-2. I'm going to use him on the ticket. I think the 8 horse Bravaro for Tyler and Safi, this New York bred by Upstart. I think this horse could improve here. He won on debut at Aqueduct, going 3/4 in the state bred main specialweight by a length. When him, going home clear that day, he was a little bit wide, but he flew. He got the job done going away. Came back to run against state breds in the Sleepy Hollow, where he won by 2.5 lengths, coming from mid pack. Another driving victory. He has not the best poster in the world, but I think if he could save some ground around maybe the 2nd turn, I think that puts him in a live chance to win. 8-1, let's give him a shot on the ticket. And even the 7 horse Nearly for Johnny and Todd. He won 2 back in a main special weight here in mid-November, winning by 9 1/4 lengths against Staybreads. He flew him clear. It's open company last time out in earlier in the month over the 7/8. He won by half a dozen again, going home clear. His only subpar race was on debut at Aqueduct in October, where he stunk up the place. He just steadied and he wasn't comfortable. But since then, he's done everything right. He's making his biggest, class jump today. Around 2 turns. I'll give him a shot, but I do prefer the other 2 before him. But it's going to be a very exciting Holy Bull this year. I think this race go quite a few ways, so watch out for this one today. But to recap my selection for the 12th from Gulfstream now, it's the grade 3 Holy Bull. I'm going to take the 1 horse Incredible to give kudos to the 8 horse Bavaro and the 7 horse Nearly. 1875 super, 187 to end off all the multi-race wagers. That being said, good luck to all, and please follow me on X at Horse Racing Kit 5. And like I said, join me next week for a smorgasbord of racing all week long with all those rescheduled races. Good luck, everybody.